Hello and welcome to My Finance Teacher YouTube channel. Let's have a look at what is happening to gold and what the future holds for gold prices in the short term as well as intermediate term. Over the last few days we have been experiencing a correction in gold price when gold price is decreasing, which has been so far only corrective in relation to the recent rally that the gold price has enjoyed. And as I mentioned in my previous video, you'll see a link on the screen, I don't expect this correction in the gold price to last for long. In front of you is a daily gold price chart with the blue line indicating the 200-day moving average. What I expect for gold price to do is something like this, where correction continues only for another few days, and after that gold price continues its climb, since we are still at the advancing phase of an intermediate cycle. More importantly, within this undergoing correction, I do not expect gold price to break below 1200 level. The reasons I have these expectations for the gold price again stem from what is happening to the dollar. Generally, with the dollar, I think we are in a declining phase of an intermediate cycle, and within this declining phase we're experiencing a corrective rally within the dollar over the last several days. However, I don't think this rally in gold price is going to continue for long. The dollar is probably going to reach its 50-day moving average and then continue its decline within this declining phase of the intermediate cycle. Although the relative strength index, this is a 10-day RSI, is nowhere close to the overbought levels. However, even without overbought levels, during the declining phase of an intermediate rally, during the declining phase of the intermediate cycle, the corrective rallies of that declining phase do not have to push the relative strength index to its overbought levels. For example, if we have a look at the previous intermediate cycle and its declining phase, illustrated here with this downward arrow, we'll see that during this declining phase of the intermediate cycle, the corrective rallies did not push the 10-day RSI to overbought levels. Additionally, what has been happening to gold is it generally touched, and even when it did breach the 50-day moving average, it didn't breach far above that average. So I expect something like that to happen this time as well. Hence, what is going to happen to the gold price is it is basically going to continue its climb upwards. In front of you now is a slightly longer term weekly chart of gold, and as you see, the relative strength index on the weekly chart is far from overbought, so we still have a good potential within this advancing phase of an intermediate cycle. And if we consider the previous few intermediate cycles, even though they happened during the time when the gold price was trending downwards, the rallies within these intermediate cycles still at least tagged and often breached above this 50-week moving average. So what we might expect is something similar. This rally, this advancing phase of an intermediate cycle, might push the gold price slightly or considerably above the 50-week moving average, at which point we will get our cycle top and turn down. That I expect to happen sometime in April, early May. This is an opinion, not an investment advice. However, I do wish you luck.